So many of you have been asking me across all of my platforms, what is my filming setup? So today I'm gonna be breaking all of that down for you in this video. I'm gonna give you a behind the scenes look at my current YouTube filming setup. I'm gonna be talking about everything from my camera gear all the way to my lighting, my audio, and how I organize my small office space to make filming more easier and enjoyable. So whether you're just getting started or upgrading your setup, I'll be sharing all of my essentials and the small details that made a big difference for me. So let's get into my camera setup. My A camera is my girl, my Sony a7C Mark II, and honestly it's so perfect for solo creators like me. It's compact, it's mirrorless, and it delivers beautiful 4K quality. Y'all know I am here for crispy quality. I won't take anything less, and this camera gives me just that. It's got amazing autofocus and really flattering color right out of the camera. And I also have my Sony a7 IV. Y'all, this camera is amazing as well. She's pretty much the bigger version of my a7C II, and she also has dual memory card slots. Y'all, I address everything as she or he. I don't know why. That's just something a habit that I cannot break at this time. This is the camera that I use for alternate angles or photography. I've been playing around with photography. If you follow me on IG and TikTok, you have seen I've done 2 photography posts of just people in life, animals as well. This camera delivers very high quality, just beautiful pictures and photos. It's a great hybrid camera if you're looking for something to do both. It has a huge viewfinder, so my a7C II does not. So if you're looking for photography as well, this one is a great one to go with. Also, it has dual memory card slots where I can record whatever I'm capturing simultaneously on both. In case one corrupts, I can have the other one as backup. So I love that. It provides extra peace of mind. But you can't go wrong with both of these cameras. They're both full frame. They both give me amazing depth of field, and they make my content look super clean. As for settings, which is another common question, I always shoot in manual mode because you have more flexibility with how your shots turn out versus auto. Back in the day, I used to be an auto girl. Like, what year was that? Pre-2020? Auto all day. But no, please do not shoot in auto. Take the extra time to learn your camera settings and what each setting means, because it will make a huge difference with how your content looks. As far from my settings, I shoot in manual mode. I love to keep my ISO as low as possible, especially inside. For head talking style content, I usually shoot in 24 frames per second, but in this case, I'm doing 60 frames per second at 4K. Whatever your frame rate is, double the shutter speed, because that's gonna make the most sense with how your footage looks. So if I'm shooting in 24 frames per second, my shutter speed is at 1/150. And if I'm shooting at 60 frames per second, my shutter speed in my camera, it doesn't go at 1/120, but it goes at 1/125. So that's what I do. Aperture, I love my aperture as low as possible, but this one currently is my Viltrox 20mm f2.8 aperture. So my aperture is at the lowest at 2.8. I'm not very far away from the camera right now, but once I slide closer, you'll notice that bokeh, which is that blur in the background. So let me show you. Yep, you saw how it got blurrier as I got closer. Yes, the farther you are away from the camera, the less that blurry background shows up. So I hope that makes sense. What lenses do I use? As I mentioned earlier, my current lens is my Viltrox 20mm f2.8 lens. It's a really wider shot considering that it's at 20. So the lower the millimeter, the wider the frame. Just always remember that. So if I got a 16mm, I do have a 16mm. That's gonna be even wider than this shot. I use this one primarily on my YouTube content days because I do like that nice little blur when I hold something up to the camera. But when I want that really buttery background blur or even tighter shot, I use my 50mm. So that's my girl, the nifty 50. She goes down to f1.8. So you've been watching me on my shorts, my reels, my TikTok. That's primarily the lens that I use because it just gives that crispy. When I say she is crispy, she gives that crispy quality and that blurry background. I just love that lens so much. And it's so affordable. That's the thing. You cannot go wrong with a nifty 50. If you don't have one, you need to get one in the coming future. That's gotta be a go-to lens in your kit. Of course, use what you have. I don't want nobody going out here breaking the bank. That's not necessary. I started out my content with the Samsung Galaxy S5 and a table lamp. But as time goes on, invest in quality gear because that will truly take your content to the next level. If you want a more in-depth video with all of my lenses, I have 3 more behind me. Just be sure to let me know and I'll do a video on that. So what is my lighting setup? If you have a great camera and your light is not it, it's not gonna work. lighting literally makes or breaks your video. So right now, I currently use the newer HB80C RGB WW LED light, and it is one of the best investments that I have made this far. And I paired that with a newer lantern light. I believe it's 26 inches in diameter to keep my lighting soft and flattering. What I love about this light most is that it's battery powered, meaning I don't have to plug it in to a source. It's literally a grab and go style light, and you can take it anywhere on photo shoots, if you're doing a video somewhere outside. It's a great little compact light that you can just take on the go. It's also color adjustable, so if I wanted a warmer light, I can do that. And I can even use the RGB effects when I want to create a different vibe. It's small but mighty, and it's strong enough to light me without even needing multiple lights. And that was big for me in this setup. If you watch my previous vlogs, I've been really trying to maximize space in my studio office setup because the room is shaped a little strange. I wanted to maximize space, and this definitely helped me do that. One of my favorite upgrades is my rolling monitor stand, and this was definitely a lifesaver. I was inspired by these creators. I'm able to move around and create different shots without carrying multiple lights around in this room. That's what I used to do. I had 2 different lights and my tripod, but now everything is mounted directly on this rolling stand. It saves a lot of time. I don't have to break everything down and put things back together when it's time to film. Whenever it's time to film, I just roll it out, set my camera up, and start filming. It's adjustable, it's sturdy, and I'm able to move it around the room with ease depending on what background I want for filming. I added a TV to the stand, which acts as my monitor, so I'm able to preview my shots without looking at the very tiny screen on my camera. So this is a lifesaver. You can use a computer monitor as well as a small TV. I actually had this small TV for a while, so I just decided to mount it onto this stand. And I can watch TV, you know, if I don't want to turn on the big one. I can preview my shots, stay in frame, and adjust focus without having to walk back and forth to the camera. That was really irking my nerves, I'm not gonna lie. And it also was unproductive for me. It's just better to be able to see it in front of you versus getting up to see what you look like, because I couldn't see myself, I wasn't there, unless I recorded it. My camera is mounted to this as well, using a small rig magic arm, and then my lighting is right above that. So I've got 3 things on this stand, and it is amazing. It came with 2 of those grips. One of them is holding the TV, and the other is holding the light. So, oh my gosh, this stand is awesome. I just absolutely love it. Worth every penny. Now let's talk audio. I'm using the Comica Boom XD Pro wireless microphones. It comes with 2 wireless microphones and 1 receiver. It also includes lavalier microphones in case you want to, you know, conceal it under your shirt. I don't like that look, and I personally like how it sounds better when I hold it here. These microphones have been so solid. I get clear, professional sound, high quality sound, without having to deal with cords or interference. The wireless setup lets me move around freely without compromising sound quality. So let me just give you a test. I'm over here. How are we sounding? Yep, we sound good, I know. Actually gonna walk behind the camera, and I'm gonna keep talking so you can hear how I sound. Sounds great, huh? Can you hear my footsteps? I don't know. Tell me, if that has not convinced you, I don't know what else will. I've been using these for over a year now, have not had any problems. They're great quality microphones. And don't worry, everything that I'm talking about will be linked in the description for you. We're gonna be talking about workflow and creator hacks. Filming alone can get chaotic. I've been there. It has felt unproductive. I have lost motivation when it becomes messy. So here's a few things that have kept me sane. If I'm doing any type of shot where I need to remain in one spot, I will tape the floor, because there is nothing worse than you trying to do a transition or trying to appear to be in the same spot after some sort of effect or anything like that has been done. Or even if I'm just filming head talking stuff. It looks kind of weird if I'm right here, then I'm over here in the next scene. Tape the floor if you have to. Number 2 is a big one. I batch film. Please batch film your content. I like to film multiple videos with outfit changes, so it looks like, you know, I'm filming on a different day, but I'm really not. I also change my hairstyle up too, so y'all never know when I'm filming something. It will never be as if I filmed something the same day. I also like to change out my backgrounds with this, so come up with a list. Notion is a really great planner, so plan out your content. It allows you to do scripts, a content planner, a content calendar, so you can just stay organized in that way as well. And depending Depending on what camera you use, I am a Sony girly till the day I die. Not saying I'm not open to any other brands, but Sony is the OG for me, and she'll always be #1. Unless somebody changes my mind. Calling all camera brands. But the Sony Creators app lets me control my camera remotely, so I don't have to get up and press record every time it's recording. I just use my iPad here, press record, and I'm able to change the focus through the app as well. I'm able to change the shutter speed, ISO, aperture, all of that directly through the app. It really saves me time from getting up, going back and forth to the camera. #4 is I keep a charging station nearby with all of my batteries, my SD card and my mics. All of my SD cards are in one spot. My charger's right there, actually charging other batteries as we speak. And for my lighting system, I do have a lightning cable for that, so it charges in under 2 hours. So all of that is over there. Everything has a home, and it makes it more quicker and efficient to charge those things when needed. #5, I always prep my space the night before. There is nothing more annoying than getting up, knowing that I need to film that day, and the space is messy. I cannot stand that, so I like to prep myself the night before. That means charging my batteries, charging my lights, charging my mics, making sure my space is clean. Just making sure everything is clean and organized, because I have to have a clean and tidy space to be productive. So that's pretty much my full YouTube filming setup. The cameras, the lights, the rolling stand, the mics, and all the things that make me work smarter, not harder. If this helped you out, please go ahead and like this video. Subscribe if you already haven't, and drop a comment down below with your current favorite piece of gear or something that you're hoping to add to your setup soon. And if you want a deeper breakdown on things like lighting setups, my camera or lenses, or even how I plan content, just let me know. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.